Hey guys, so these are the new Show Off Lip Lacquers by Rimmel. They were originally called the Apocalipse and they were released in the UK in I think 8 shades. Now the US has 14. I wanted to buy these when they originally came out. I was going to order them off eBay for I think it was triple the price because these are only $5. Rimmel is such an affordable brand and the quality is amazing. I'm so glad I waited. I thought it was going to be a year, but it wasn't. It was only a few months, so that's really exciting. They have 14 shades. I've got 10 of them. The 4 that I didn't pick up are the ones that were already in the UK, so I'll link a video down below of someone else swatching those colors. They're Big Bang, Stellar, Apocaliptic, and Nude Eclipse. All the other colors, including all the new shades that the US has, I have those, and I'll swatch them on my arm and on my lips for you so you can kind of see which colors you'd like. Okay, so I'll briefly talk about the packaging. It's basically the same as the ones that were originally released in the UK. The only difference is the name. Ours are called Show Off, where the UK is called Apocalipse, which I think is a lot cooler. I wish they would have kept that the same, but the product hasn't changed, so I can't complain too much. The individual name of the product is written on the side here on this little barcode. This one's called Out of This World. And the other great thing about the packaging is that you can see the color clearly in here. And it stays very true to color, as you'll see in the swatches. The other thing that I liked about this was this well here fills up the very first time you take the brush out. So if you're purchasing the product and you go home and this well has been filled, chances are someone might have taken the brush out and swatched it on their hands or on their lips or who knows where, so you might want to take that one back. So if it's clear, you're good. If it's filled up, you might want to keep your receipt. The other thing that is kind of nifty about it is it's got a little well in here that holds more product, so you're not having to dip it in too many times in order to get a layer. Although even if it didn't have this well, you still wouldn't really need to double dip just because the color is so pigmented. Even on these sheerer colors like Out of This World, I have the Rimmel Stay Glossy lip gloss, which I think is actually right here. And I prefer this brush tip applicator because it's extremely soft. So I kind of wish they would have done that with these, although I'm still not complaining because the product is really good. So that's just the packaging. So moving on, my initial thoughts on the product. I was really impressed just because the wear is so comfortable. They're extremely lightweight but also very pigmented. Another great thing about them for colors like this, which is Out of This World, which is kind of, it's not sheer but it's not very opaque. They're very buildable. So you put on a very lightweight layer that you don't even feel, and then if you want more color, you just put on another layer, and it's kind of glossy at first and then it dries down a bit, but it's not uncomfortable whatsoever, and you can just keep applying if you want to throughout the day. And I'll actually show you. So this is Out of This World. It's this shimmery pink color, and it's still going to be opaque, but not as. So that's all I needed for this little bottom lip. And I can build this up if I want to, which I'll do in just a second. And so you have these sheer lip colors that have sparkle in them. And then this one is called Nova, which is a really bright pink. And it doesn't have any shimmer whatsoever. It's just an opaque color. And you can see it's extremely, I can't swatch very well, it's extremely opaque and pigmented. So this I wouldn't need to build a second layer. I could if I wanted to, but you don't really need to just because it is so richly pigmented. Whereas this one, if I wanted to add a bit more, I could just add another one, and you can tell it's getting a bit brighter. Another great thing that I love about these is that I'll let this one dry down, and then there's one called Comet, which is a bit of a deeper color, and so I'll just kind of pat that in a bit. I know I look silly. So this is Comet, and it's just a bit darker. So if I like this color, but I kind of want to alter it, I'll just take this one, maybe put just a dab on my finger here, and then I can just deepen that color. So They're really good for layering, and they're also good for mixing, and I just put it on my finger so I'm not changing the color on the applicator. So really impressed. I'm also going to show you how long they wear. I had this one on the other day, Comet, and it lasted, I actually fell asleep and it was still on when I woke up. It lasted at least 3 or 4 hours. It fades evenly, and it also kind of fades but leaves a stain behind. So you still have some of that color left over, which I really like, because if you're wearing a bright lip color, like say you get Stellar and you go out to a restaurant or out with friends, you're not just going to like randomly take out your lip, well you might, I wouldn't, take out your lip color and reapply it. So it doesn't fade to your natural lip color. So say you go to the bathroom, you don't have anything on, and then you come back with this bright pink lip. I mean, they know what's happening. Whereas if it leaves a stain behind, it's not so obvious when you just put a bit more on. Hopefully that made sense, but it's a really great advantage to these lip products. And I just want to mention again that they're not drying at all. So right now I have like a glossy finish. In about 30 or 40 minutes, it's going to fade away. It's still going to feel glossy. I can slide it around on my lips, which I like, because after I apply a lip color, I take my finger and I kind of just blend it in or even it out, kind of make it the way I want before it settles, which I like about these colors, especially for the bright ones, is that I can make sure it's exactly how I want it before it dries down. You have plenty of time. And I don't even feel like I need a balm on top of them. You can if you feel like it's a bit drying, but it's so comfortable to me that these are just really great products. So I'm going to stop talking about them and just do the swatches. I'll show you on my arm and on my lips, and I'll also link down the other one in the video below. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how long they wear. Okay, so I've scooted in closer towards the camera to give you a better view of the swatches. I am filming on an iPad, so I'll try and do the best I can with that. This first one is called Stargazer, and it's a very beautiful, clear gloss with light gold flecks. And I almost passed on this one, but decided to go ahead and at least try it, and I really do like it a lot. I'm glad that I didn't pass it by. This was released in the US. I don't believe you can find it in the UK. It's one of the newer shades. So I'll go ahead and swatch it down here at the bottom. So you can see it's kind of gold, which to me was a bit intimidating, but when I swatch it on my lips, you'll see that it's not at all. It's quite beautiful. Okay, so this is Stargazer, and I really like this color just because I find it's kind of a unique gloss. The other thing I like about it is that it's something I can apply without really having to look into a mirror, so I can just pop it out of my purse real quick and put it on, and I have a really pretty gloss. It doesn't last as long as the other Show Off Lip Lacquers just because it is so sheer. But once again, you can just apply it. You don't need a mirror, so it's not a hassle whatsoever. Very, very pretty. Really do like this one a lot. Okay, so this next one is Out of This World, which you've already seen me apply, but I'll do it one more time. Very beautiful pink, shimmery pink color. And here it is. Very beautiful next to Stargazer. And I'll apply it on my lips as well. Okay, so this is Out of This World, and it's one of the newer colors. It's just a very nice, bright pink, shimmery lip color. It's something that I wouldn't have picked out on my own, but I'm really glad that I gave it a try just because it's a very unique and beautiful color. Okay, so this next one is called Galaxy, and it's a deep purple with a bit of shimmer. So this is Galaxy. So this is Galaxy, and I feel like it's a very nice cranberry, raspberry color. It's going to look good in the summertime and in the fall. It's just very versatile, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I really like this color a lot. So this next color is Aurora, and it's a much more wearable red. It's not as loud as Big Bang. It's a bit more subtle, even though it's a bright color. It reminds me of a strawberry red, and I'll show you right here. So this is Aurora. And I'll swatch that on my lips for you guys as well. So this is a beautiful color, but it leans on the warmer side, so you have to be careful about your teeth looking yellow, whereas I believe Big Bang runs on the cooler side, so it kind of whitens your teeth. It is a beautiful color. If you're confident in your teeth, then I would say this is going to be really great. I'm probably going to return this because I don't like anything that could make my teeth look yellow. So if that's something that you're also cautious of, like me, then you might want to just avoid picking up this one. So this next one is called Nova, and this is a really bright pink. It's nice and opaque. There's no shimmer. It's very beautiful. Here it is in the swatch. Really like this color a lot. It's just a nice cool tone pink. So this is just a really beautiful, cool toned pink, a great one to have in your collection. Even though the application I just did wasn't so great, the color is really beautiful. This next one is called Light Year, and it's a bit deeper of a color, but it's still wearable. It's quite opaque, but I'll show you how it applies on the lips. It looks kind of different than right here in the swatch. Okay, so this is a warmer brown. This is going to be a very beautiful color to wear in the fall, whereas summertime it's a bit out of place. I think I'm going to hold on to it and save it for the fall just because I think it would be a really nice everyday color. It just, to me, it just screams fall time, so I really do like this one, even though it's not something I would typically wear. I still think it's going to be a really great color to add to my collection. So another of the deeper shades in this collection is Comet, and I'll show you the difference between Comet and Light Year in the swatch. So here we have Comet, and this is going to be your deep pinky brown color, whereas Light Year is more of the warm brown. They're both really beautiful, so I'll go ahead and swatch this on the lips for you. Okay, so Comet is a really versatile color in this collection just because you can wear it on its own as an everyday lip color, but you can also use it just as I did earlier in the video. Take a little bit on your finger and rub it into another lighter shade to kind of deepen the color and change it to your liking. So I do really like this one a lot. I like pairing it with Out of This World if I want to tone down some of that bright pink lip color. So really do like Comet as well. So this next one is Solstice, and this is similar to Comet because they share the same tone, but it's just a lighter version. So this is Solstice. It's just a nice light everyday pink color. And it's also one of the newer shades. I think I've forgotten to mention that, so I'll either put it in the annotations or I'll just list it down below, or I'll do both, so you know which colors are the new ones for the US and which ones have already been out in the UK. But this is a really great one. So I'll swatch it on my lips for you also. So Solstice would be a really good go-to lip color, and I think if you're just wanting to try out a few of these, I would go for Solstice and then maybe wait to get Comet just because they are very similar, and Solstice is a bit more wearable, whereas Comet, because it's deeper, can be a once in a while shade, where this is more everyday. And this next one is called Celestial, and I'll show you in comparison to Nova. This is more of your neutral pink color, whereas Nova is clearly a bright Dolly Girl pink, where this one reminds me more of Tea Rose by NYX. So this is a nice color, and I'll show you on the lips as well. So I think this is going to be a very popular color just because it's a nice everyday wearable pink. So if you're interested in this, you might want to go ahead and grab it now, because I have a feeling it's going to be out of stock for a while until everyone kind of calms down. But I think this is a color that everyone's going to go to first. Okay, so I saved this color for last because I haven't actually tried it on yet, so I have no idea how it's going to look. But this is Luna, and it's supposed to be a neutral orange color. I'm not really sure how it's going to look. So here is a swatch. So it kind of looks here like a pinky orange, where I was thinking it was like a really light orange. So there's Luna. This is a very interesting color. It's not one that I feel like you're going to be able to find in a lot of other lip collections, just because it's a unique blend of pink and orange in this neutral lip color. It does remind me of the Revlon Lip Butter and Juicy Papaya, but I feel like this is a bit more orange, where that color was coral. Very unique. Very interesting. If you're someone who likes wearing orange, or even if you're intimidated by that color, this might be a nice way to start, just because it's got some pink in there that doesn't pull too orange, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try this out and see how I like it. I'm not sure if I can pull off orange, so if you'll let me know like what you think about this color, so I know if I need to take it back or not, because it's just so unique. I don't have anything else like it, so that's pretty interesting. But those are all the swatches, and I'll show you here again. Hopefully I can remember all the names. So Luna, Luna, I just swatched this one, Celestial, Comet, no, Solstice, Comet, Light Year, Nova, Aurora, Galaxy, Out of This World, and Stargazer at the bottom. So here are all the swatches. They're all beautiful colors, and I'll leave a link down below to where you can find the other 4 that are missing. And for the last part of this video, I want to show you how long the lip color wears. And so I think I'm going to demonstrate it with this color in Luna. I did wear the one in Nova, and that lasted me about 3 hours or so, if not longer, and that's this really bright pink color here. So I'm going to choose this one because it's in the middle, where it's very opaque, but it's not bright or deep, but it's not really light like Stargazer. So I'll go ahead and show you what time it is. It is 3:49, and I'll just come back in a little while and we'll see how it holds up. And I'm just going to put just a teeny bit more on, not a whole lot, just a little bit more on. Alright, so I'll be back in just a bit. Okay, so I just wanted to jump on here real quick because I'm getting ready to go out. It's been about an hour. It is now 4:44, and you can see that the lip color is still there. It's no longer glossy. About 20 minutes ago, I stopped rubbing my lips together because if I continue to do that, I know I'm going to like start tearing the color. So at this point, you could put like a lip balm on top if you wanted to. I'm okay leaving it alone. It's not uncomfortable, it's not drying. It's just you can't rub your lips together anymore without it starting to like kind of tear at the lip color, if that makes sense. The color is still there. It's a bit harder to tell because it's more of a neutral color. It's not as bright as it was an hour ago, but it's starting to leave behind that stain. So you could reapply at this point, but it's still staying true to the original color. It's not wearing as well as Nova did when I wore it the other day, the very bright pink lip color. But I think that because this is more of a neutral light color, it's not going to stay up as well. So I'm still impressed that it's on here and it's wearing well. And I'll try and check back in as soon as I can. I don't know how long that's going to be just because I'm going out with my mom. So it could be a few hours, but I just wanted to show you real quick before I left. So here it is up close. And it's not really fading or bleeding or anything. So yeah, I'll see you in a little while longer.